Hey guys, Alex, and before you go into the video, I just want to say RIP to DMX. Only at the age of 50, he tragically died. I think this should be an opportunity for people to see what drugs do and how fatal they are. Because his whole life, he was addicted to drugs, and there's no embarrassment in going to get help. I believe it was a rehabilitation for, a couple times, but he just couldn't break it. And it's sad because that's what drugs do to people. And it's not just to you, the person taking them. It's to their family, all the loved ones they have. And if you need to get help, go get help because it's not fun for your family or yourself. It may be good in the moment, but it ain't fun. I've never been addicted to drugs personally, but I know someone who has, and it's just sad. Enjoy the video. Peace.
Alright, we're live. Welcome to your grandma's ad. We're talking about the draft coming up and what we think all the people are going to get drafted going.
Mock draft round number 1. This is our third time recording this because Aiden's Wi-Fi is dog shit. But so this is also my third time giving this disclaimer. Number 1, there will be no trades included in this because that would make everything so complicated. Number 2, Aiden is very uneducated, so don't take what he says too seriously. With that being said, number 1 overall pick, I'm pretty sure we all have the same answer for this one. Jacksonville Jaguars taking Trevor Lawrence first overall, arguably the best prospect of all time. I think so. He's fucking unreal, and I think it's a given. I think there's no doubt that Jacksonville takes him. What do you guys think?
I agree, 100%.
Yep, he's definitely number 1.
Gardner Minshew's got nice hair, but can't really throw a football.
They both have nice hair.
Brother.
All right, moving on. Number 2, the New York Jets. Could have had the first overall pick, but they suck so bad that they can't even do that right. So also,
they lose properly.
Also, pretty much a given pick is Zach Wilson, quarterback. They suck. They need a quarterback. That's like the foundational piece of your team, and they like Zach Wilson. So that's who I have going there. What do you guys have for that?
They traded Sam Darnold, so there's only one option I see. That's the second most talented QB you could say in this draft. It's up for options, to be honest, but I say Zach Wilson too.
Aiden?
Yeah, same with me, Zach Wilson.
All right. Third overall pick. I believe we have a bit of a different opinion on this one. I don't think he deserves to go here because I hate the guy, but Mac Jones from Alabama, another quarterback. San Francisco, from what I've been hearing, they're interested in him. I don't know why. He's not very good, I don't think, but that's who I have going number 3.
I got Justin Fields. I believe it was the 49ers head coach, was it, that said that they would like a scrambling QB? Uh-oh.
No, all good. I'll cut that part out, whatever. Fuck, man.
Yeah, so I think Justin Fields is 100% more talented than Fat Mac. I mean, he could run out of the pocket and make plays with his feet. Mac Jones, he's rocking that fat beer belly, so you don't really see him making plays with his feet
Jeez.
like Justin Fields would. I think the 49ers would prefer that. So I see 49ers going Justin Fields.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking the same thing. They're definitely taking Justin Fields. He is definitely a more talented quarterback than Mac Jones, and he had a better pro day than him. And yeah, 49ers, Justin Fields.
All right, 4th overall pick, the Atlanta Falcons. There's been talks of them trading this pick down with the New England Patriots. I hope that doesn't happen. I have the Atlanta Falcons taking Justin Fields. I think if they keep Matt Ryan another year, they can cut him and save a lot of money. And I think Justin Fields is their QB of the future, super talented. And for some reason, people like Mac Jones over him. So I see him going forward with the Falcons.
I see them taking Mac Jones 4. I think they've given up on Matt Ryan. He's not what he used to be. He's definitely not compared to his MVP season. And I think Mac and Calvin Ridley would be a good young duo. You still got Julio on that team too.
Mhm.
But they're still going to be a decent team.
Right, well,
Hey, who do you think the 4th overall pick will be?
I think it's gonna be Kyle Pitts to the Falcons.
All
Kyle
right.
Pitts, pretty self-explanatory pick. He's a good pass catcher. Me and Alex are both going quarterback, but that's a decent pick right there.
Get off
Number five. This is as far as we've made it in our 3 times trying to record. Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, I feel bad for Joe Burrow. I'm not a massive fan of his, but just seeing him getting smashed on every single play, it was tough to see. So I think, without a doubt, they go Penei Sewell, the best O-lineman in the draft, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree.
I think the exact same thing.
You could take all the good wide receivers, tight ends you want, but if you don't got anyone to protect your quarterback, it's pointless. And I think that's what they need mostly.
Agreed.
All right, with the 6th overall pick, I think the Dolphins are taking Kyle Pitts. I think, we could catch a pass the best in this draft class. I think they need someone like that. Well, they have Will Fuller now, but it's never bad to get another tight end who's really a wide receiver. I mean, he's a freak tight end. He could do all the things a wide receiver can. He's got the speed. He's got the
3
frame.
takes later, you're still wet with freak tight end.
What more do you want from him? Yeah,
Good point, though.
I agree. I'm a Dolphins fan, and I think, getting Will Fuller was definitely a big move. It helps open up our offense. Because realistically, man, when a team's playing the Dolphins, you just put your best guy on Devontae Parker, your best 2 guys on Devontae Parker, and then just leave the rest of the team open. Maybe you'll have one guy cover Gesicki, but I mean, we definitely need another guy to open up the offense a bit more, give Tua his weapons, and watch him cook. So I think Kyle Pitts is definitely the best option available.
Watch him cook. Jesus.
Aiden, who do you have at 6?
Number 6, I have the Dolphins taking Jamar Chase. Obviously, for me, Pitts is off the board already, and they definitely need a wide receiver. The Tua has to throw the ball to somebody, and Jamar Chase is the most NFL-ready wide receiver out of all of them. So I think they'll go with him.
In the Detroit Lions, they need pretty much everything. Last year, they took Jeff Okudah 4th overall, and obviously, I mean, he wasn't prepared to be the number 1 cornerback on any team. And they traded away Matthew Stafford. They lost Kenny Golladay and Marvin Jones, their wide receivers, in free agency, so they could use whatever they can get. But for me, I'm going Jamar Chase. I mean, Jared Goff's awful when he had Cooper Kupp as his number 1 receiver. So I honestly don't even know who they have at receiver now without Kenny Golladay. So I think Jamar Chase is definitely the piece that they need to start the future of their team.
I have the Lions taking Devonta Smith. I think, they're going to take a wide receiver. It really is up to Devonta or Jamar Chase. I took Devonta because he might have the small frame, he might not be NFL ready, but I think he's got the most raw talent out of all of them. And I think they're going to like that. And what's his name? Jared Goff is still young. Devonta Smith, he's young. So a good duo to come for the Lions.
Me, I tell them to say Devonta Smith as well. You can't bring in Jared Goff and not give him anyone to throw the ball to. So they definitely need to draft a receiver. So, yeah, Devonta Smith to the Lions.
All right, number 8, the Carolina Panthers. This one is also a pretty tough one to pick. Originally, there was talks about them trading up to get a quarterback, but now they have they traded for Sam Darnold, so they don't really – what?
Sammy D.
They traded up for Sam Darnold. They're not really in the looks for a quarterback anymore, but Sam Darnold did struggle on the Jets. That's a well-known fact, and a main part of that was because he had no O-line. The Panthers O-line's not the best either, so I can definitely see them taking Rashawn Slater, number 8. He's the second best O-lineman in the draft, and I think there's a big gap between him and the third best guy, so I think that he's a pretty easy pick for them.
Okay. All right, I got Jamar Chase going number 8 to the Panthers. Who'd you say you had again, Jeff?
I have Rashawn Slater.
Rashawn Slater. I think they already have a fantastic wide receiver for the Panthers, but I think why not add to it? Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, Jamar Chase. You can't go wrong with those 3. Adding talent to that offense.
Aiden?
Now, I think even though they did trade for a quarterback and got Sam Darnold, I still think that at number 8, they're going to take Mac Jones because, well, he's one of the best players still available, and there's no way the Panthers will let him slide. So they're probably going to take Mac Jones and have him back up Sam Darnold. But I feel like Sam Darnold isn't going to play well, so Mac Jones will probably end up starting, maybe after week 4.
They already have Teddy Bridgewater as a backup.
Are you going to take Teddy? Are you going to take an old Teddy Bridgewater or a rookie Mac Jones?
Teddy Bridgewater. I hate Mac Jones.
No, you're not. You guys just hate Mac Jones. I don't like him that much either, but
Yeah, can you blame him? Have you seen him shirtless?
Oh God, yeah. No, I don't know. It makes sense.
Is so inaccurate.
It makes sense to get a backup for Sam Darnold. I just think that they could get someone in the 2nd or 3rd round, maybe Kyle Trask.
They could definitely trade down.
Yeah, they definitely don't need Mac Jones as the backup. They can get a guy like Kyle Trask from Florida. My personal favorite, Kellen Mond from Texas A&M. But Mac Jones is definitely an interesting pick.
It's not even a bad pick. What?
I didn't say it was a bad pick.
It's a good pick.
Interesting.
All right, number 9, we have the Denver Broncos, another team that's in lots of talks to either trade up or down with their pick. But since we're not doing trades, at number 9, I have them taking Patrick Surtain. Overall, I think he's the 2nd best corner in the class behind Caleb Farley. But obviously, Caleb Farley has gotten 2 back surgeries already this year. So his stock's definitely gone down a bit. So I think they take the best CB available, and that's Patrick Surtain, the 2nd.
I got the Broncos taking Micah Parsons. He's still a fantastic linebacker, even though he did some questionable shit with his teammates. I still think he's a great talent. And I still think they're going to take him, get that defense going. Von Miller's old. He's probably going to retire in a season or 2. So I think they need to get a new young face in there.
Absolutely. Aiden?
Good point. Yeah, okay, well, for me, the Broncos, I know they do need a cornerback, but in my opinion, they need a quarterback even more. So at number 9, I have them going Trey Lance. Why are you laughing at that? That is not a bad pick.
So just to recap, Aiden has 5 QBs in the top 9. So
there's so many teams need a quarterback. Would you rather take Drew Lock? Would you rather keep Drew Lock?
Yeah.
I don't like Drew Lock, but I think that there's more need in another. They can wait another year for Drew Lock, get better. There's not every year that there's going to be a talent like Micah Parsons, like Patrick Surtain available. Next year, Spencer Rattler, who I despise. I forget what the
If they want to take a quarterback, they have to do it now. Next year's quarterback depth is terrible.
Well, that's true, but I think it's an interesting pick. All right, moving on to number 10, the Dallas Cowboys, Alex's favorite team. They need a lot on defensive side. As far as offense goes, they're pretty stacked. Arguably the best
wide receiver. They need everything, dude.
Yeah. Defense, I think they take J.C. Horn, cornerback. He's a good cornerback prospect, and I think that he definitely can perform to the level as Patrick Surtain and Caleb Farley, and I think the Cowboys definitely could use him on their team.
I got us taking Patrick Surtain at 10. For Jack, was he taken already, Jack, for you?
Yeah, he went to the Broncos.
I think he is the best corner in this draft. If Caleb Farley, he's good, but the injuries are crazy. So I think, we get a good cornerback. That's all we really need. Not much to explain there. How about you, Aiden?
Yeah. At number 10, I also have them taking Patrick Surtain.
Really, no quarterback at this one, eh?
All right.
All right, number 11,
Yeah.
New York Giants. I mean, I got them taking Jalen Waddle. I think definitely them getting Kenny Golladay in the offseason was an insane move for them, and it definitely is going to help out Danny Dimes quite a bit. But I think, Darius Slayton isn't the ideal number 2 receiver. He's still young, and he's definitely has potential, but I think they definitely still need another guy to add to that receiving core. And I think Jalen Waddle, they like him. I think Devonta Smith's better. I think they like Jalen Waddle a bit more, though. He fits on the outside. He's super fast, and he could be the next Tyreek Hill for all we know. So, yeah, number 11, I got the Giants taking Waddle.
I got that too. No, I think they're gonna miss that wide receiver core. Danny Dimes needs some people to pass to other than Darius Slayton and an old Golden Tate.
Who got cut?
He did get cut. And
Aiden?
For me, I also have them taking Jalen Waddle. Obviously, Kenny Golladay, huge signing for them, but he's had some injuries in the past, so it's good to bring another wide receiver to buff up the core.
All right, number 12, we got the Philadelphia Eagles. They moved on from Carson Wentz earlier this year, a couple months ago, actually. There's been talks about maybe them also not being super committed to Jalen Hurts, but I think that there's definitely more positions that they need than him. So at number 12, he fell quite a bit in the past couple months, but I think Devonta Smith, wide receiver from Alabama, also would go to the Eagles. At the time, at the start of the year, there was talks about him going, or at the end of the season, there was talks about him going number 3 to the Dolphins. Dolphins traded down or going number 6 to the Eagles, actually, but the Eagles obviously trading down to get to number 12. I think that he's still going to be available for them, and I think if he is, then they're definitely going to snap up on that opportunity.
I got Eagles. I got them taking J.C. Horn. They already got a good young cornerback. What's his name? The young cornerback they have.
Bradbury?
Darius Slay.
Darius Slay. Yeah, their defensive backs are stacked right now.
Good. I see them taking another cornerback. I mean, they have a solid defense. We don't know how many years Fletcher Cox has left in them, so might as well get those DBs rocking.
Oh, I was still looking at the Giants. That's why I said Bradbury. I don't know if that was what I was thinking. Aiden, your pick?
Yeah, for me, I also have taken J.C. Horn. As much as I'd love J.C. Horn to fall to the Cardinals, the Eagles could use another young DB to put at the second quarterback spot.
All right, number 13, my rival, the Los Angeles Chargers. They had a pretty lackluster year this year, but they definitely saw what they needed to see from Justin Herbert. One of the best. I think he was actually the best rookie QB year of all time. So they definitely have their guy there, and if everyone on their team can stay healthy, Derwin James, Joey Bosa, I think that's definitely could be a playoff wild card team, but I think they definitely need to protect Justin Herbert more, and that's why I have them taking Christian Darrisaw, the offensive tackle. I just think they need an O-lineman. They've gotten. I think they're going to make a big improvement from last year to this year, and I think that is going to rely on Justin Herbert staying healthy.
Yeah, I got them taking an O-line too. I have them taking Rashawn Slater though. I think he, other than Penny, he's the best O-lineman in this draft. I mean, their future's set at quarterback with Justin Herbert. I don't like the guy, but he can throw that ball. And they just need to
You
protect
can throw
him.
that ball, man.
Throw that ball, dog. They just need to protect them. So that's my pick. Aiden, what you saying?
I swear, our things are the same because I also have Rashawn Slater going to the Chargers at 13.
Smart man.
All right, number 14, we have the Minnesota Vikings. They're another team where, there's a few things that they could use. Obviously, with Harrison Smith getting a bit older at safety, I mean, the wide receivers are locked up. Justin Jefferson had a crazy year. Adam Thielen's still the top 15 guy. I have them taking Alicia Vera Tucker. He's an offensive guard. I think they're another team that just needs like a couple pieces away from, being a wild card contender. And I think if they get strengthen up that O-line a bit more, then they're definitely in position to do so.
I got them taking Gregory Rosia. I think he's a good defensive end to pair with. Is he a defensive end?
I think he's an
edge rusher.
Yeah, he's an edge.
I think he's good to pair up with Daniel Hunter. I think on the defensive end they'll be good. As Jack said, Harrison Smith, he's getting old, so strengthen up that front D. And I think the Vikings will be good.
They also got Troy Dye. I doubt you're watching this, but if you are, we're a massive fan of you. So go Vikings.
Legend.
Aiden, what do you think?
For me, I have the Vikings taking Greg Newsome, the cornerback from Northwestern. I think that it's a good pick for their defense. Definitely good to add another quarterback since, one of their DBs, obviously Harrison Smith is getting old. So he's good to put in there. And he doesn't have the same medical concerns as Farley. So it's good to take someone who's healthy.
Fair point. All right, number 15, the New England Patriots. First year not making playoffs for them in a while, it feels like. I think that, Cam Newton is definitely not their future quarterback after the garbage year he had this year. But I also think that, unless Mac Jones is, which I don't think he will be there at 15, there's talks about them trading up to get Mac Jones because apparently they like him a lot. But in this scenario, I have them taking Micah Parsons. I mean, still one of the most talented guys in the class. Obviously, he has some character issues, allegedly, that he needs to work on a little bit. But I think if he falls all the way to 15 because of that, then they're definitely going to snatch him up because he's insane.
I got them taking Trey Lance. I think what's his name? I love Cam Newton, but he's not the same. And you could tell. He had, I think, more rushing touchdowns and throwing touchdowns last season.
More interceptions than passing touchdowns also. It was a bad year for him.
Yeah. So I got them taking them.
Aiden?
The Pats, I have them taking Micah Parsons as well. If he falls this far in the draft, you can't just leave talent like that. Obviously, his character issues, but I think Belichick will set him straight. So
hope Belichick doesn't get lefted by him.
Yeah, I wouldn't call.
Oh,
Set him straight. That's a good.
Set him straight. Yeah.
All right, number 16, we got Aiden's team, the Arizona Cardinals. They need a lot. They need a new quarterback for sure. Kyler Murray cannot be trusted.
This guy.
So no, I have them taking Caleb Farley, corner. Patrick Peterson. He's gone now. I think he's on the Vikings.
He said he wants
Drake
to be 7.
Yeah, Drake Kirkpatrick, also not the best option. Their DBs are weak. Their safeties are solid though. Isaiah Simmons going from free safety to linebacker sometimes, and Budda Baker. But I think they definitely need a lockdown corner, and I think if Caleb Farley stays healthy, he has potential to be the best in the class.
Yeah, I got them taking Caleb Farley too. If he could stay healthy, then he's definitely going to be the best cornerback in the class, I think. And the Cardinals, their defense can use some work. I mean, Chandler, what's his name? Chandler Jones is getting old.
So it's J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt, yeah. That was a big signing.
It was, yeah. Aiden, what do you think?
So for me, at number 16, I have the Cards taking Gregory Rousseau. Obviously, they did sign J.J. Watt, which is a huge signing, but I have a feeling that he's not going to play as much as Cardinals fans hope that he would. Same thing with Chandler Jones. Obviously, he was out most of last season with an injury, so they're going to need some rushers to go and get the opposing team's quarterback. So that's why I have to take
Definitely,
it. So.
definitely an interesting pick. I feel like
Yeah, I
I
don't
feel
know.
like there's
Look,
quite
I
a
know they need a cornerback. They definitely do need a cornerback,
Yeah,
but
why wouldn't you take what is it? Is Caleb
Caleb Farley, while the injuries,
still, man. There's so many like edge rushers that you can take later on in the draft. I don't know. It's an interesting pick, but yeah. Moving on to Las Vegas Raiders. They were so close. They finished the season off 8-8. They had a pretty good year. Obviously, not really many moves in the offseason that happened for them. They lost Rodney Hudson, Big L. Yeah, and they got Kenyon Drake back to be a good backup. That's a great backup if you ask me. But I went with JOK, Jeremiah Uso-Kawarma, linebacker. He's a solid player, man. He's easily the second best linebacker in the class behind Micah Parsons talent-wise, and I think there's potential that he even goes higher than Micah Parsons, but for this I just went 17 of the Raiders, JOK. What did
Yeah, I
you
got
have?
JOK too. 17 of the Raiders. There's not really, a lot of things that pick up here for the Raiders. I mean, decent all over. They got a good young wide receiver. They got 2 QBs that could battle it out for that starting position. And I think JOK is just that linebacker that they need. Solid.
for me, instead of them taking a linebacker, I have them taking an edge rusher. So I have them taking Quiddy Pie at number
I think his name's
17.
Quiddy Pay.
Oh my gosh! Shut up.
Quiddy Pay?
What did you call him?
Dude, I knew you
Call
were
him
messing with me.
Quiddy Pie?
I haven't taken Quiddy
Yeah.
Pay at number 17.
Yeah, all right.
Hey,
Wait, you didn't even know his name? I thought you made the mock draft, Aiden.
Dude, I did. I was saying Quiddy. I told Jack I had Quiddy Pay, and he said, "Dude, his name is Quiddy Pie. Make sure you say it right."
What?
Look at him. Look at him acting perplexed, like he didn't say that.
I'm cutting this part out anyway. All right. Number 18, we got Miami Dolphins, second pick in the first round. I mean, earlier for me, I had them taking Kyle Pitts to, secure that pass catcher job. I think they can also take a wide receiver later on if Kadarius Toney falls or someone like that. They could also take Najee Harris here, but I have them taking Jalen Phillips, an edge rusher from Miami. He can stay in Miami for the next couple of years. I think he's a really good talent. One of the best edge rushers, if not the best edge rusher in the class. And I think Dolphins, that's definitely a position of need for us moving forward. Losing guys like Shaq Lawson, stuff like that in the offseason. Kyle Van Noy, too. So what do you guys have?
Yeah, I got Jalen Phillips, too. Just bringing that hole that they lost in the offseason. I think he's a good young talent. They rush the edge great. That's my pick.
Partner him up with Van Ginkel. Greatest linebacker duo or greatest edge rusher duo of all time, maybe. Aiden?
For me, and I have them taking a different edge rusher. I have them taking Azeez Ojulari out of Georgia instead.
Just to fill the same spot. All right, Washington football team. This is an interesting pick, man, because they've done a lot of good stuff this offseason. Obviously, lucky them, they got rid of Dwayne Haskins. Yeah. I mean, they also lost Alex Smith, which was questionable. But they got Fitzmagic, That's the quarterback that they need. Curtis Samuel also going there to team up.
Whoa, not that they need.
He's a top. He could start for them easily for the entire season. But defensively, I think they have probably the best D-line in the entire world, or entire league. So I have them taking Tevin Jenkins at 19.
19.
What do you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I got them taking Christian Darrisaw, offensive tackle. I feel like they really got their QB that they want. I don't know if they're really set on what's his name, Heineke, but
Fitz
Huh?
is the starter. Fitz is the starter, not Heineke.
This is not the starter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He
I'm
showed heart,
letting Heineke starting.
showed passion in the playoffs against the Bucks. You know, and that was
Definitely.
Super Bowl champions, and they came close to beating them.
Closer than the Chiefs did.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. And I
Aiden?
think they need to protect them. So getting an offensive tackle, that'll help that.
Well, again, showing another similarity between mine and Alex's mocks. I also have Christian Darrisaw, the offensive tackle, going to the football team.
All right, Chicago Bears. They suck. They're going to be awful.
Jesus. Add that to the list of
they-
guests we can't have.
They are forcing
Get the
poor
MVP hunt.
Robinson. Yeah, they're forcing poor Allen Robinson back into another year there. He doesn't want to be there. You guys know it. Just let him go. This is ridiculous. It's like he's in prison. They lost Mitch Trubisky, which is that
Huge
big of an
loss
L because
for
he's
them.
also garbage. They have Nick
Nickelodeon
Foles.
MVP. Come on.
Yeah, true. They have Nick Foles and Andy Dalton as their two options for quarterbacks. So they definitely don't have a lot there. Wide receiver, pretty decent. Defense is okay. I have them taking Trey Lance, 20th overall. I think he's easily could be one of the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks, as far as career-wise. But
Trey
as far
Lance
as
didn't pick that late.
yeah, well, I don't have 5 quarterbacks in the top 10 like Aiden does.
Who do you have the Pats taking?
Yeah.
The Pats? I have them
Okay,
taking
look, I understand the questionability of my Mac Jones pick, but my Trey Lance one was on point. Come on.
no.
Do you think the Patriots are going to roll with Cam Newton this whole year? Everyone has them.
I
making
never
a
said the
push.
Patriots are
My-
taking.
I
I said
think
the
they're
Bro-
He's talking to me, man.
I
He's
said-
talking to me.
Oh, sorry.
I think the Patriots will probably take like Kyle Trask in the second round or something. Like they don't need a guy to come in and take over Cam. Like they wouldn't re-sign Cam if they weren't,
Well, I feel like he's going to be a mentor to Trey Lance.
Yeah, he could be a mentor to Kyle Trask or whoever else they get. Like they
I don't know
didn't
if
get,
they're gonna start him though.
huh?
I think Trey Lance, if they take him, is going to come out the gate starting.
Nah, dude, they wouldn't re-sign. I don't think Cam Newton's that good of a locker room presence that they'd bring him back just to be a mentor. But who knows? I have Trey Lance going 20. I think if he goes that late, the Bears will definitely snatch him up because I love the red rifle, but he is no starting quarterback. What do you guys have?
I got Bears taking Aziz. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name.
Ojulari.
Ojulari.
I don't know.
What is his name? Getting old. Khalil Mack.
Khalil?
Yeah. So I think just bringing that defense. The only reason they were competitive last season was the defense.
Yeah.
The only reason. And I think adding another defender, I'll give them the energy they need.
All right, Aiden.
I have them going with an offensive tackle for this one. I have them going Samuel Cosme.
To protect who?
To protect the quarterback that they will
Predict
get.
the red rifle, Alex.
Who's your starting quarterback?
I don't even know who their starting quarterback is.
Do you know who the options could be?
Give me two options.
Give me one. I said it.
What,
Like
Dude.
what'd you say? You said what?
I said
I
who their
don't-
quarterbacks are a minute ago. You know both of them.
Here.
He was a
If
starting
I
QB for
know
the
them,
Cowboys.
I'll tell you right now.
Dude, Andy Dalton and Nick Foles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, moving on. Colts 21. They had a pretty solid season too.
Did you finish saying why you chose them to get an offensive tackle?
Oh no, he did. He didn't.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you summed it up.
Yeah.
I summed it up. I said you need an offensive tackle.
Whatever. Moving on. All right, I have the Colts. They got Carson Wentz. Definitely a solid player. If he doesn't have another year like he did last year, because that was just sad to watch. I think you need some weapons. Their offensive line. They have Quentin Nelson, arguably the best lineman in the entire league right now. But as far as like who Carson Wentz is going to pass it to, you got T.Y. Hilton. He's not very good at all.
He's,
you know.
he's old.
Well,
He's not very
no,
good. He's
not
just
very good
old.
at all. That's harsh. That's harsh.
He
He's
was good
solid.
before. He was good before. He's
Yeah.
We like you, Ty. Come on the show.
Yeah. So I have them taking Rashad Bateman. He's my wide receiver. Yeah, he's a solid wide receiver. You know, it could be interchangeable with like Rondell Moore or maybe even Kadarius Toney if that's the. I don't think.
Rondale. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Bateman could be better than like he potentially could be the top. You know, I think he could be like one of those Justin Jeffersons from last year where, you know, his pure talent just overtakes the hype of Jamar, Devonta, and Jalen. But we'll see what happens.
Well, I got the Colts taking Rondale Moore. I think he's better than Rashad Bateman. I think he's going to come out. I think he's going to be the first option immediately for them. And I think Carson Wentz will have not really a comeback, but better than he did last year. And I think he'll be a big part of that because Rondale Moore's a good receiver.
Aiden?
I have them going Rondell Moore too, but I don't think that he'll be wide receiver 1 right out the gate. They'll probably still give that to T.Y. Hilton. Let him be number 2, and if he has a good season, they'll probably switch it up. But yeah, Rondell Moore for them.
Man, but like, I feel like Rondell Moore's like too short. Like they have no big body at wide receiver. Like T.Y. Hilton's 5'10". Michael Pittman's like, oh no, never mind. I forgot. Michael Pittman's actually massive.
Is Michael Pittman the one with the tattoos?
I don't know. I don't know if he has any tattoos. He's their number 2 receiver. I forgot how tall he was. He's like 6'3", 6'4". He's pretty tall for a wide receiver. So. Yeah, no, Rondell Moore makes sense. Speaking of Rondell Moore, I have him going 22nd to the Tennessee Titans. You know, obviously they're a run-first team, but, you know, A.J. Brown had an insane year last year. Adam Humphries, they lost him. He went to football team, I want to say. And I think they're, you know, I don't really see another place that they can, like, that they need to upgrade right away other than wide receiver. They could definitely add some pieces there. They could go safety. Trey Morrig, I think his name is. He could definitely be going, but I'm giving them Rondell Moore.
I got them taking Tevin Jenkins, the offensive tackle. I think just building that line. I mean, they're good. There's no way to.
Yeah.
They're just. Yeah. They don't really need to upgrade anything offensively,
except for wide receiver.
They got receiver. Brown.
Yeah, but they lost Corey Davis. They lost.
You're gonna have what's his name, Derrick Henry. You're gonna run it most of the time, and then you're gonna pass a little bit of the time.
Yeah, they had a good receiving core last year, though, man. They had a good receiving core last year, and they've lost a lot of it. Like Josh Reynolds is their number 2 guy right now, and that's not it's not NFL acceptable.
Well, there's still some second round wide receivers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I got the tackle.
Yeah, I have them taking Tevin Jenkins as well. Obviously, you know, Derrick Henry ran for, was it over 2,000 yards last year? Or
yeah, slightly over, yeah.
Yeah, slightly over 2,000 yards. So, but he didn't have any Pro Bowl tackles, which was weird.
Yeah,
but, I mean,
didn't have the best O-line in the
league. Even though he still ran for that many yards.
No, yeah, he had a good O-line.
Yeah, the O-line decent, but like him running for those yards is mostly.
Yeah.
That's his skill.
It wasn't the best O-line in the league. Imagine him on the Colts.
Big part to do with the running backs.
Yeah, but what he's saying is like it wasn't like the best O-line in the league. Like imagine Derrick Henry on the Colts. Oh my God, he'd go for like 5,000. Like this guy would never get tackled.
So yeah, he can run 2,000 yards with a mediocre O-line and
they're above talent. They're definitely above average. Mediocre's harsh. They're above average, but they're not. They're not top 2 in the league or anything. Number 23, the Jets, one of the other 3 teams with 2 first-round picks as of right now. I have them going Azeez Ujulari. I had them taking Zach Wilson, number 2. As far as wide receiver goes, they've gotten better in the offseason. I think they were the ones who signed Corey Davis from the Titans. Defense to go, like they need to continue to add good young pieces. You know, Bryce Hall, not the TikTok clown, the football player. They have him. They have I forget what their D lineman's name is that they drafted last year, but in all, like, as a whole, the Jets, they just need to get more pieces, key positions. They could go best player available, which I don't know who it would be. Like, they could go Najee Harris there because Frank Gore's not cutting it, but I think they need to set their fundamentals before they go drafting skill positions like wide receiver and running back. So, yeah, I have Aziz Ujulari.
I got them taking the steal of the draft. I got them taking Najee. I think him, Zach Wilson, their offenses, they don't have
Better.
weapons. Will definitely be better.
Yeah.
They do get Corey Davis, I think. He's obviously a major upgrade from the bums they had last year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I think Najee, he's going to be the steal of the draft. He's going to be a very solid running back for them in his first year. And I think he'll be something good in the future.
Aiden?
For me, I actually have them taking JOK. They definitely need a boost on defense. The best defense was terrible last year. And,
Wait, I thought you had JOK going 17 to the Raiders. Oh, wait, you said that. Oh, yeah, Quiddy Pie. But
was my pick.
Quiddy Pay. Yeah.
Yeah, so JOK to the Jets, 23.
All right, this is the last pick we're doing. The Steelers at 24. They could trade down. I mean, it's not like that set of a pick, but I think if they do keep the 24th pick and Najee Harris isn't already taken, which I don't think he will be, I think they go Najee Harris. I mean, their O-line's definitely gotten worse over this season. Big Ben's getting worse. Their defense is still great, and their receivers are solid too. So I think they just take Najee Harris because even with like a mediocre O-line or like a slightly above average O-line, I think he can still put up big numbers, kind of like what Derrick Henry's doing.
I got them taking the center, Creed Humphrey. Marcus
Agreed.
Kennedy, he retired. So they need to upgrade at center. I mean, he was probably their best center that they've had for a while, ever. Yeah, for them. And now that he's gone, I mean, that center role is going to need to fill in, and I think Creed will be good for them.
All right, Aiden?
For me, yeah, I haven't taken Najee Harris as well. Before that, he's one of the best players left in the draft. So, and they don't really have any running backs right now. So Najee Harris would be the best option to go with for them.
All right. Well, so that'll wrap up like the mock draft part of things, and I just wanted to do one more bit. So, looking over the mock draft and what we have so far, who do you guys think will be the biggest steal of the entire draft, not just the first round?
I've already said this. I think Najee Harris going to the Jets is going to be the biggest steal. I think he brings so much talent, elusiveness. He could truck over people if he needs to, but he's better with the jukes and stuff on his feet. He's a solid running back, and the fact that they're going to get him at 23, it's going to be good.
Aiden?
I mean, I wouldn't say that 11 is really a steal, but I really like Jalen Waddle. Y'all know this already, but I think Jalen Waddle is going to perform. He's going to be the next best speed receiver in the NFL.
Could be. For me, I love Kellen Mond. I think wherever he goes, they got a keeper. But as far as first round steal of the draft, got my guy Kadarius Toney. I think he's probably going to go like the 29-30 range, either to like the Chiefs or the Packers or something. Small wide receiver from Florida. I mean, just watching him in that game against Alabama last year, he's definitely has what it takes to be a good NFL player. He could be the next Jakeem Grant. So, yeah. All right, and just to wrap, and we just talked about who we think will be the biggest steal of the first round. Who do you guys think will be the biggest bust of the first round?
That's a good question. I hadn't thought of that. I mean, I don't like him, so I'm going to say Mac Jones.
All right, biggest bust of the first round, excluding Mac Jones, because we'd all say him if we were allowed.
Devonta Smith. I think NFL DBs are going to crush him.
Alex?
Goes up against Tyrann Mathieu, you get smoked.
I think I honestly don't even know.
It's a tough.
Maybe
I think it'll be Zach Wilson. I'm saying Zach Wilson.
I'd say Zach.
Over Devonta?
Yeah, I like Devonta Smith. I love him. I think he'll be
I don't think he's
fine.
bad too. I just think his size is a really big issue.
Dude, Ocho Cinco weighed the exact same amount, and look at him now. Hall of Famer. Should be. Maybe yes. I don't know. I don't know Hall of Fame stuff, but
It was
yeah,
a pretty cool
he's a
jacket.
beast.
Thanks for watching. That's gonna wrap up the mock draft. We got more content coming soon. Basketball, football, all those sports.
MMA.
Thanks for watching. Deuces.